Hello everyone, this is Galactic6 coming back to you with another video. I'd like to make a brief video about this new Evercade retro console for no other reason, because for me this represents an example of everything that's wrong with retro gaming today. To be absolutely clear, this is my subjective opinion and I don't claim to be right or wrong about anything. I'm just stating my personal preference here. So this Evercade console is a closed system. It works with proprietary cartridges that hold a certain number of pre-selected games. It is a quote-unquote curated experience, as Digital Foundry put it. And there lies my biggest gripe. I don't like closed systems, especially when it comes to retro gaming. I don't like the idea of a pre-selected mix of random old games, half of them mediocre and indifferent, and the rest of them so common that you can find in any other system in various compilations, in virtual stores, and they are not even hard to get in their original cartridge form. The other thing that rubs me the wrong way about this is the statement that it is perfect for collectors. I don't like this collector thing, this collector mentality behind it. I don't understand why it is a big deal, the presence of a cartridge or a color printed pamphlet with its compilation. The reason that we had physical media back in the day was the lack of an efficient digital distribution system. Do you honestly think that if we had the internet back in the 80s, we would be talking about how wonderful it is to have a physical copy and a printed manual in the box? Besides, think of this simple fact. In 10 or 20 years from now, what kind of collecting value would this thing have? I mean, an original piece of hardware from the last century will command a substantial value because of the vintage nature of the item, and even the newer mini consoles have some redeeming value, some redeeming quality. At least a Nintendo Classic, a NES Classic, or a Sega Mega Drive Classic, they carry the brand of the original system. All these marketing tricks that Evercade, the people from Evercade, employ about the physical aspect of the games and the collector's value, they all play on the irrational insecurities and the neurotic compulsions that many of us retro lovers exhibit, myself included, and associate with our consumer choices. At the end of the day, this console, this handheld, is just a cheap imitation, which desperately tries to build an image of prestige and uniqueness for itself. Then there is the argument, which technically is valid, that this console, like other classic or mini consoles that are released these days, offer a way to experience many of the old games under an official license. I agree that this is technically the case, but abandonware sites do exist, and although copyright laws protect intellectual property for many decades, I feel absolutely fine downloading games from 30 or 40 years ago, especially coming from companies that don't exist anymore. And the last argument is that these systems preserve the games that we love. Game preservation. This one I dismiss as well, because I cannot accept that games that have been mirrored across the internet millions or even billions of times are in any danger of being lost. I don't think we can count on Evercade or any other similar system to preserve Double Dragon or Earthworm Jim for historical purposes. This is Galacticus X signing off. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, bye.